Os. Welcome UNLV students to the Shotokan Karate Studies program. By now you should know you've already warmed up, you've gotten the warm-up that you feel your body needs, you're adequate for starting the program this morning. So let's go ahead and get started with our typical, quick, general warm-up. Ready? And Hajime. Ichi. Ni. San. Yon. Go. Alright, warmed up good there. Let's turn to the side, bring our heels to our glutes. Good, alright. Let's go ahead and do some high knees as well. Get my workout recorded. Here we go. High knees. You can do this slow, just like I'm doing. Again, just bringing your knees up. You can do it fast if you feel like kind of bouncing a little bit, working your calves a little bit. Or if you want to go slow, go slow. And yame. All right, let's come up on our toes, stretching out our calves. And yame. Very good. All right, let's go ahead and do some body hip twists. And yame. Good. Arm up across the side, stretching out our shoulder. Good, other side. Again, don't hold these too long. Just doing dynamic stretches here. Nothing too static, nothing being held for too long. Switching over. Other side. Good. Feet just widen shoulder width. Go down, touch the floor. Go to the right. Back to center. Go to the left. Back to center. All right, make that a little wider. We're gonna go down to the right, turning up on our left heel, stretching out our hamstring. Good, now we're gonna turn to the left in a long front stance. Pushing on the quad here, pushing the knee over the toe. And down to a runner stand, or a runner stretch. Good. Back up. All right, we're gonna do everything to the other side now. Leaning to the left onto the right heel. Toes pointed up. Stretching out your hamstring. All right, let's rotate that all the way around. Good front stance, long, deep, pushing on the quad, pushing the knee out over the toe, getting a good stretch. Transition that into a runner stretch. And come back to center, come back standing. Good. Turn around, fix your gi. Back to me. Yoi. Subirachi. Pray. Yoi. Seiza. Dojo-kun. 一つ、人格完成に人を盛ること。一つ、誠の道を守ること。一つと力の精神を養うこと。一つ礼儀を重んずること。一つ景気の湯を戒しもらうこと。Ready? That's it. よい。すばらしい。Ready? よい。So today's class is a beginner class, and what we're going to do today is continue building our foundation, our base of our pyramid. We're going to work on blocks today. We're going to add a Gyakuzuki reverse punch to our blocks. So we're going to work all of our blocks and Shotokan as well. So we're going to add Shotokan. So remember the typical pattern that we go in when we practice these is Gedan right down block, Age Uke rising block, Uchi Uke, and Ude Uke. So Gedan, Age, Uchi, Ude. And we're going to add Shuta Uke to the end of that. Okay? So G-A-U-U-S. That's the typical pattern. So whenever we say we're going to go through our 4 blocks, if I don't ever say it or overtly mention the order, that's the order that we typically go in. Okay? So we're going to start static. We're going to go through the 4 primary blocks. Then we're going to get into a Renozadatsu or a short Renozadatsu stance. We're going to practice Shuta Uke as well. And then we're going to work line drills for each of those blocks. All right. So working the line drill is going to help us with our Zengatsu Sudachi, with our front stance, mobility in that front stance, being able to move forward in that front stance. We're not going to move backward today. Instead, we're going to do a turn or a mawate. So we're going to work on turning and continuing to move forward. All right. Again, the things that we want to focus on are making sure that we're not telegraphing with our front foot, that we are properly shifting our weight forward as we move, all right? And then we maintain a proper stance throughout the entire drill, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and start with our static drills. Standing in a Shizentai, ready stance. Ready? We're going to start with Gedan right down block on my count. Ready? We're going to start slow and go through all 5 blocks. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, go, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, here, and yame. Good. Age Uke rising block. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, here. Yame. Good. Uchi Uke. All right. Remember with Uchi Uke that we are grabbing our screwdriver from our tool belt, turning, twisting, stabbing the point into the wall. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, here. And yame. Good. Soto Uriuke. That's our outside block. Starting with your hand in the back. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, go. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, here. Amen. get into a modified or short Renozodachi. I'm going to turn just a little bit for you. All right, so Renozodachi is a movable stance. Typically you do this in hand Shotokan, right, whenever we do our hammer fist. Okay, so a short Renozodachi stance, and we're going to switch back and forth. We're going to do 5 on each side. Ready? Starting here with this one, and each, ni, san, shi, go, switch, then, each, ni, san, shi, go. Okay. Good. All right. We're going to go through them all again. This time what I want you to focus on and concentrate on is the parry before the block. All right, so what you'll eventually start getting into with blocks is that we are guarding this rectangle. Okay, this is like your rectangle of protection. All right, it's your head. It comes down here, hugging your body. All right, this is what you care about blocking. All right, or when we talk about uke, to block, it actually in Japanese means to receive. Okay, we're not putting up a shield and actually blocking something that's coming towards us. Okay, we are redirecting the force. We're making sure that our body is out of the way of where that attack is coming. All right, so typically whenever we learn blocks, or whenever you're taught a block, you're taught that the block starts in one spot and there's action, 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 there's this twisting action, and then the block ends. And that's the key, the beginning and the end, right? What happens in the middle is usually not talked about, not discussed, or kind of skipped over. And that's what I want to talk about, is that middle part, that's really where the block is happening, all right? Whenever you're in a close quarter situation, typically when a punch is coming, you want to parry that block, or parry that punch, right? So if someone's throwing a left-handed punch, I'm going to parry with this arm and block, right? So again, it's more happening right here in the middle, okay? And you see it with Soto Ryuge more than you see it with other blocks, and you also see it with Shuto Uke, that your parry hand or your hikite hand starts out in the front, marking your target. It also happens with Age Uke, right? So we start with one hand out, and then we execute the block. That hand that's out is not only marking your target, but also as someone is throwing a punch, it is a parry hand, where you parry what's coming and then execute the block, or the deflection, or the receipt of what's coming toward you, right? Same thing on the other side. They're throwing a right-handed punch. It's parried and blocked. And what you can do with that parry hand or that hikite hand, there's a lot of things, right? It can just be to parry, get the hand out of the way, and then you block to make sure it stays there. It can also be used to grab, right? So as that punch is coming, you grab. There's your block, which is also a strike, but now you have control. All right. That also happens with Ageuke, right? We tend to go up and then we block. That up can be you grabbing, and as you do this, you're pulling their hand and potentially breaking the arm, right? Or you're parrying, moving that hand over to the side and stepping in to their face with this really hard bladed part of your forearm, right? Same thing with uchi-uke, right? Uchi-uke, when someone is throwing, and let's say the punch is coming from this side, you parry and then block. It comes from the other side and you parry and block. Okay, so there's that other hand that's there, right? We just typically don't see or care what that hand is doing, all right? But I want to make sure that today you start using that other hand. Your hikite hand is also a parrying hand, right? And again, that can also be used to control. As that hand moves over, and then you parry and move that block, make sure it stays over there. The parry, you can grab if you want. You can move that hand back and then strike, okay? But again, when that hand comes in, you parry and then you block. And you parry and then you block. Right? The best defense against an attack is to not be where that attack is happening, right? If I'm firing a missile at a ship, that's the target. It's going to come down and hit that target. But if the ship moves out of the way, it's just going to hit the water, right? That's what we're doing here. You don't want to be where the attack is coming, right? This is your target. I don't want to be here when your attack comes. So I'm just moving out of the way and blocking and making sure that your strike goes to where it was going anyway, right? That I'm moving offline. So that's what I'd like for you to kind of think about and focus on is, number one, moving off the X, right? Don't be where the attack is supposed to land, right? Don't be that target, so move, okay? When you see that Sotoryuke, or that punch coming, step over and block. A Gedan is a little different, so is Agiyuke. But Shuto, you always have your hand out before you make the strike, right? So again, as someone is throwing a punch or a strike towards you, right, you parry it and then strike, making sure that the hand is over there, okay? If a right hand punch is coming, you can parry, grab, and then strike, okay? Again, as the attacker, it's parried, and then you're coming in with that bladed hand, that ridge hand to my neck, or the side of my face, right? And we always do that with Shutouke. We throw our hand out, and then we execute that block, right? Regardless of the side that you're doing it on, right? If it's coming from the other side, you reach out again, hand comes up, so you parry it and block it. Parry, you can control and grab, pull it into your ikite. That pulls your opponent towards you, allowing their momentum and force to be used to strike them, all right? So again, let's think about all of these blocks, all right, and kind of think about the momentum that they carry if you were able to grab and pull with your ikite hand, which is what your ikite hand really is. It's meant to grab and pull and control your opponent, all right? It's also a parry hand, right? If it's not the blocking hand, then you can parry with it, okay? You can parry, so as that is coming, you parry and block, but you can also grab and control, okay? So just think about that when you go through some of these drills today. So now we're going to go through and do line drills with each of those blocks, all right? And again, try to remember that hikite hand is also a parry hand, so move it around, okay? All right, we're going to start with Gedan. Gedan's a little bit different animal. All we're doing here is Gedan Barai down block, okay? But the beginning of this block, you know, you're blocking here and then stepping, okay? This hand then goes over to the side. So this hand is almost like the parry. So if someone's coming in with that kick, it's coming to this side, this hand moves over, you block. Okay, so again, it's very similar, right? Because when you see the kick coming, it's tapped. You kind of tap that foot as it's coming in, or the leg, tap it, stepping in and block. It stays over there, protecting our rectangle of protection, like I said, right? So Gedan is a little bit different, but you can still see what I'm talking about with that kind of hikite hand, as it is usually here and moves over. Even if you're standing here in this static position, you see the kick coming, it's here. So you move it over, you kind of parry it with this hand, and then block it, all right? So that's the first block that we're going to work on a line drill. Start on this side, go to this side, do a turn, mawate, and come back. Then we're going to go to that side, go to this side, mawate, and come back. All right, we're going to go through all of our blocks this way. Okay, all 5. All right, let's start. Ready? Get him, Mark. Take. Jeez. Ready? Each. Knee. Son. She. Go. One. And each. Knee. Son. She. Go. One. Yeah, man. Good. Other side. Let's get over. I'm trying to go a little bit slow for you, all right? I know you're a beginner. This might be a little bit new to you, so take it kind of slow, all right? Don't rush through these. Make sure you're executing these properly, all right? Ready? Get him right. Come on, take. Kill. Get him right. Down block. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. Kill. Latte. Man. Good. All right. So there's your get right down block. Now let's go through Agiyuke. Agiyuke rising block. Ready? Mark your target. Okay. Mark your target with these. So even after the block, that hand turns into a mark. That Hikite hand. Hand reaches up, right? Because it could be doing a lot of things. It could be grabbing an arm and then pulling in to break across your forearm, or it could be just to parry and then move in again to strike in this area of your opponent. Ready? Get him right, take, kill. Agiyuke rising block. Remember also that we're looking at your stance. Okay, good stance. Don't telegraph with that front foot kicking out. Make sure you're transferring your weight smoothly as you move forward. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. Kill. One. Now man. All right, other side. Ready? Get him right. Take. Kill. Agiyuke rising block. Mark. And Hajime. Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. Kill. Watch it. Man. Good. Okay, let's go through Uchiuke, right? G-A-U-U-S. Uchiuke. This one, I want to see that parry hand. Okay, so as you move forward, right, we're in Gedan. Okay, parry, block, parry, block. All right. We're gonna go slow. Ready? Get him right. Take. Kill. Uchiuke. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Man. Very good. All right. So we're taking it slow. Obviously, whenever you do this in real life or a practical application, it's going to be a little bit faster. All right. If you have a partner available and you want to do this, just have them throw Shotokan level punches, okay, and back up. Right. So if they're here, throw the punch, throw the punch. Okay. And what you're able to do again with that is parry that and move in with the block. Parry and move in with the block. All right. So that's what I want you to be able to do here. Okay. All right. Ready? Get him right. Take. Uchiuke. Ready? Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. Some. Very good. Sotoryuke. All right, and this one you're probably used to putting that hikite hand or that parry hand out. So parry, block, parry, and block. All right, this one you should have down pretty well because you probably do this already. All right, ready? Get a mark on tape. Sotoryuke, go ahead and mark your target. Prepare, and each, knee, so, she, go. One, prepare, each, knee, so, she, go. One, yeah, man. Good. All right, let's go to this side. Sandra, ready. Get a mark on the tape. Sotoryuke, prepare. Ready? Each, knee, so, she, go. One, prepare. Each, knee, so, she, go. What? Yeah, man. All right, very good. Next up, last up, Shotokan. Okay, Shotokan. Moving back and forth, back stance. Okay, so we're starting here. We're going to step out. Ichi, knee, so. All right. Remember, typically you put that hand out there for this technique, right? Typically that hand is already out there. Just turn it into a parry. Move that hand out of the way, slap it out of the way, bring it in to your hikite, and reach hand to, again, this portion of your opponent. All right? Ready? Shotokan. And each, knee, so, she, go. One, ready? Each, knee, so, she, one. Yeah, man. All right, very good. Let's keep going. I'm only able to get 4 in here, so 4 in the turn. All right, ready? Shotokan. Each, knee, so, she, go. One, each, knee, so, she, one. Me. All right. There's all of our blocks. All of them done in a line drill. Okay. Introducing that hikite hand. Okay. Now we're going to add a gyakuzuki reverse punch. All right. So let's look at Gato Marai down block. For instance, I'm going to come towards you. So typically we do this and we start out in Gato Marai kumite. Step out. So now we're going to step forward, Gato Marai down block, reverse punch. Ready? Each, knee. All right, just like that. After the block comes a reverse punch. This is going to help with hip movement, or help show you how the power of that hip movement drives that punch. Because with all of these blocks, typically you're going to end up in a hanmi position. Hanmi means your hips are offline to your opponent, right? At an angle. Your opponent is directly in front of you. You're either here or you're here. All right, when you think about it. Ageuke, rising block. My hips are here. They're not here. Here, and now whenever I throw my punch, my hips become square. All right, so again, hips help you drive the punch, number one. The number two, your block sets you up for the punch. Because after you've thrown that block, you're offset, allowing you to drive your body and drive that punch. Okay, squaring up your body to your opponent. All right? Same drills, everything that we just did, add Gyakuzuki reverse punch. Okay, let's get started. Ready? Get him right, take, cue. On my count, one count is both techniques, the block and the punch. Ready? Each. Knee. So. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. So. She. Go. Two. One. Amen. All right, let's move to the other side. Hopefully that kind of laid in. Hopefully that made sense as you started to go through it, and hopefully it felt right. As you started going through it, you could feel the twist in your body from the block, allowing you to move into that punch and square your body to your opponent. All right, still going somewhat slowly here. I don't want to go too fast. I know you're a beginner, so I don't want to overwhelm you with speed. Okay, speed will come. Right now, technique is more important, so make sure you have the technique down, the timing down, the twist of the hips. Speed will come. Okay, ready? Get him right, take, two. Ready? Each. Knee. So. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. So. She. Go. Two. Right there. And then. So sorry that after I just said speed will come, I went through that a little fast. We're going to slow it down again. Ageuke rising block. All right, we're going to go somewhere. We're going to go slower than I just did. I just went through that a little fast, so I apologize. Okay. Ready? Ageuke rising block. Gyakuzuki reverse punch. Ready? Get him right, take, two. Mark your target, and Hajime. Each. Knee. So. She. Go. One. Ready. Each. Knee. So. She. Go. Two. Watch that. Amen. Very good. All right. This side's Andrew. Ready? Get him right. Take. Two. Ageuke. Reverse punch. Ready? Mark. Each. Knee. So. She. Go. One thing. Each. Knee. So. She. Go. Two. One thing. And there. Very good. All right. Uchiuke. Right? Uchiuke. G-A-U-U-S. Going to the Uchiuke. Same thing. All right? Block, reverse punch. Ready? Get him right from the tape. Uchiuke, Gyakuzuki. Ready? Each. Go slow with this one and remember your parry with your opposite hand. Knee. So. She. Go. One. Ready? Ich. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. One. Yame. All right, that's a good pace. It's a good pace. You should see the 3 steps of that drill, right? As you step, parry, block, punch. Body is turned, body is turned. Okay? Again. Ready? Get him right from the tape. And hajime. Ich. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. One. Ich. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Two. One day. Amen. Outstanding. Okay. Same drill. Sorry, not same drill. Sotoryuke. Outside. Mark your target. Okay. All right. Ready? Get a mark on the tape. Shoot. And mark your target. Ich. Ni. Son. Yun. Go. What? Right? Take some liberty with that hikite hand. Several things you can do, right? Slapping it away. Grab it, right? Take some liberty here and try to work with it. Ready? Ich. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. Amen. All right, like I said, take some liberty with that hikite hand, that parry hand, all right? The sweep. Let it drive everything, okay? Parry, block, all right? Then the power comes from the opposite hip, driving into your opponent, okay? Starting on this side, ready? Hit him right from the tip. Sotoryuke, Gyakuzuki reverse punch. Mark. Slow, ready? Ich. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. What? Ready? Ich. Ni. Son. Shi. Go. What? And then. Os. All right, let's do our last block. Shotokan. You're thinking, well, how does this work? Shotokan, Gyakuzuki. Shotokan, Nukite. Nukite is your spear hand. Okay, so you're driving forward. Shotokan, Nukite. Drive this hand kind of like a table. Move this hand down. Drive your Nukite straight across. Right? If you have your sleeves rolled up like me, you're probably going to have trouble here because it's going to catch your hand every time. Work through whatever issue you have. Shotokan, Nukite. Alright? Let's think about how this works just a little bit for practical application. Right? So we talked about the parry hand. Right? So as someone is potentially throwing a punch, right, coming your way, your parry hand moves it as you step and strike. Okay? Then you're moving your hand opposite theirs, wrapping it and moving it down out of your way to come across for that nukite. What does that look like for your opponent, right? So again, as your opponent is coming, it's blocked, parried, then the chop comes in, then you're wrapping the hand, wrapping your arm around that hand, this, and then move straight in for that nukete. All right, that nukete should be going to a soft target, all right? Here in the neck, here in the neck, okay? If you don't want it to be a nukete, right, if that's not practical as far as where your opponent is, where their head happens to be or whatever, turn it into a palm heel strike, all right? Palm heel to the nose, a palm heel to the side of to the ear here. Very powerful, and they can really disorient your opponent, okay? So just think about that as we move through this one, all right? Shotokan, nukete, all right? Starting in Shizentai. Ready? Each. Go slow. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. And each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. And you're in. All right. This one can get a little confusing. All right. You are moving from a back stance to a front stance. Okay. Remember that with Shotokan, typically you're dropping back into that back stance to create distance from you and your opponent. Okay? So when you see the strike coming, you are parrying, pulling your opponent in. There's the block, making sure this arm doesn't do anything, or for whatever reason, you don't need to do anything. After you've parried and you've chopped, you've got control here, just convert. Okay? If they're opened up especially, right? So if they've opened up, parry, chop is here, arm comes across, comes straight in here. Neck, right? All of this soft target here is what you're aiming for. But you have to do that you have to change your stance, right? So we've parried, gotten that hand out of the way, parry it, control the hand, move in, you're in the back stance, striking to the neck, move the hand down, front stance, stepping in, drive that power forward into that soft target here. Okay, so you are moving from a back stance to a front stance as you execute the nukete. Converting, again, driving power comes from back stance, moving to front stance. That's where that nukete power comes in. Moving from back stance into that front stance, driving that hand straight forward. All right, let's do it one more time, starting on this side. Ready? Slow. We're gonna go slow. Ready? From Shizentai. Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Each. Knee. Some. She. Go. One. Man. All right. Okay, so hopefully I've given you plenty to work with today. All right, so what I would like for you to do again is come back to this class, work on these blocks, static, work on the blocks, and then do some line drills. And remember to parry the block, okay? Parry the strike. As it's coming in, You're parrying and blocking. If you want, I know you're still in the beginning phases, you can move off the X. This is something you can practice standing here. You can have your opponent standing in front of you and throw a punch. Work your blocks. 1, come back to center. Left, 2. All I'm doing is moving my body off the X. 1, 2. It's pretty much a front stance. It's a modified front stance. I'm just moving forward. I'm still in a front stance, yeah? But I moved off the X. All right? Try it. Go through it with the blocks that make sense to you. Shotokan. Okay? As the other one comes in, parry, block, move off the X. Okay? Just what makes sense to you, just to simply stand here in Shizentai, move off the X, parry, and block. Okay? Parry, block. Alright? Parry, block. Agiuke. Parry, block. Parry, block. Get them right down block. Remember your parry, block. Okay? Parry, block. We've just gone through it with Shotokan, right? Where you are making sure that this is the front hand, parry, block. Okay? Parry, control, block. Alright? So work on that stuff. Alright? That way it starts to be integrated into what you're doing. Hand Shodan, you do it for Agiuke. Alright? We do our turn. 1, 2, right? You do that, right? You see professionals, black belts doing it all the time for this kata. They reach up, marking the target, and then strike or block. Okay. There's others that you'll see it in. I'm trying to think of. Definitely with Shotokan. Shotokan, you always see this. That parry hand goes out. All right. Uchi-uke, I don't know if you see it all that often. Soto-uke, you know you see it quite a bit. Uchi-uke, right, we come across, we parry. When we come across for Heianida, right, we just finished our 4 shutos, parry, block. You specifically see it, okay? Then there's the kick, punch, parry, block. So you see it in kata. Maybe you just don't pick up on it, or you think to yourself, well, they're waving their hands a little bit there, make it a little bit more flowery. But it is a parry and then a block. A parry and then a block. Okay? So just think about those things as you start going through kata and as you're moving forward in your progression with Shotokan karate, that it's not all about just block. Okay? There's a parry that goes with it. So think about those things again. That hikite hand is a lot more important than people make it out to be. Okay? Let's come back to center, yoi, subidachi, ren, yoi, seiza. Okay. In your mind, I want you to now take some time and go through maybe once or twice each block. Think of an opponent attacking, okay? If you have to move back with your block, that's fine. If you can move forward with it, that's fine. Doesn't matter to me. Parry and then block. And then counterattack. Think about it in your mind, how it would work. Makuso. Mokusuyame, Sensei, you ready? Tante. Yo. Subarachi, right? Yo. Os. Thank you, students, for joining me for this class. We'll see you again in the next one. Os.